I hate the Braves, man. This is annoying. I can't stand facing these guys all the time with the Acuna and the Albie. Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to another New York Mets franchise mode episode number 33. After episode number 32 went good when you look at the final score 7-2, but they out-hit us 8-7, so we had to escape plenty of jams. I mean, there was a time where I walked the bases loaded, and there were a lot of base runners that we were able to manage and limit the damage, and that really is what helped us win the game, because if we didn't come through and let those innings really get out of hand, there's no way we'll be able to keep that lead and win that game. So hopefully the next game we could keep the final score, but not have it as stressful, because it definitely wasn't easy, especially in the ninth inning where Familia was great in the eighth inning, so I was like, might as well just let him go 9, right? What could go wrong? And a lot could go wrong because he was all over the place, and it was just really difficult to really close the door. So we have Steven Matz on the mound, and some guys are going to need some days off here. And what I'm thinking of is maybe JD and Rosario. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. I could just go Nunez and Cespedes. I feel like that should work. We do something like I kind of like something like this. Like we could do the left-right stuff, even though it's not really a thing anymore with the whole lefty-righty. I just like it for personal preference, so that's pretty good. Ramos is halfway rested. Kafora looks good. Everyone else is good. We'll give McNeil a day off tomorrow because, like I said, I just don't want to have everybody resting all at once, because then with the way the Mets bench is, you don't want all these guys in your lineup in the same game. It would just make it really hard to win. And the Braves are tough enough to beat as it is normally. So, I mean, you still want to have as much as your good players as you really can, and you kind of just hope for the best. That is why, like, it is so important to have depth. I think that's one of the things that the Yankees, they just always do well. And it was so evident last season where they had all those injuries. But you know what? Gio Urshela steps up, and DJ LeMahieu steps up, and Talkman steps up, and Mike Ford, and just the countless amount of players. Basically, whoever the Yankees called up, they fill right in, and they do a really good job. And it's because you can't really plan exactly what's going to happen for the season. You never know who is going to get hurt. You never know that, Judge is going to miss a lot of time again, or Stanton, or somebody else, Miguel Andujar is going to have an injury, and Sanchez is going to have injuries. And on the Mets side, you didn't know that Noah Syndergaard, his elbow was going to go bad. So it's just like you have to be ready for everything. That's why you need to have depth at all positions. Because, like, okay, we have depth, but what if something happened to our shortstop? Do we have a guy that could fill in? Maybe not. So you really have to just be ready for everything. And it's like such a tough sport to really build a team for, because of the 162-game season and just the unpredictability nature of it, the slumps and hot streaks and cold streaks, and it really is a lot. Nemo takes that one into right field. Good squared up. Wow. Good timing, of course. Robbie Cano takes one into the gap. Perfect. And that's going to be a RBI, hopefully double. I don't know, because Markakis has a strong arm. Cano's in there with that 12 speed. And we get a head first, 1-0. Look at Robbie Cano. Can you imagine, like, actually taunting in Freddie Freeman's face, like, that close to him? I wouldn't even try it, honestly. The way Freeman has haunted the Mets and just how good the Braves are in general and the way they win the head-to-head matchups, really wouldn't be showboating against them. Don't want to give them extra motivation. Cespedes hits a slow roller. Felix Hernandez taking a sweet time, tries to go to home, and Cano is safe. Oh my gosh, what an RBI for Cespedes. Obviously it's been a struggle for you with him. I don't know why. He hasn't had that many at-bats. But, I mean, good shot. That I can't believe Felix went home and how slow Felix was going. Could you imagine if that was me? Oh my gosh, if my guy did that, I would be screaming, losing my mind. If he was purposely just going as slow as possible to try to pick up the ball and then, like, try to flip it to home. Oh my gosh, that would have been a disaster. But it really just goes to show you that the fielding in this game is definitely very suspicious. It's very inconsistent, and sometimes there are things that can happen that just drive you nuts. I'll take it when it goes my way, but obviously if you've watched a lot of this franchise mode, you've definitely seen plenty of things on defense not go my way. Oh, Conforto drives it out to left center field. That one is off the wall. And I'm actually going to send Cespedes here. I know Marcell Ozuna has the world's most amazing arm. Ozzy Albies relay, not in time. As Michael Conforto has an RBI double. I was kind of hoping for a home run there for Conforto, but you know what? I'll just take the run. Ramos up the middle. Swanson can't handle it. Can Ramos make it? He can. Oh my goodness, just barely. Oh God, Nunez. No, I was hoping this was Rosario. Oh man, inning over. Or maybe not, Nunez? Yep, inning over, I knew it. Good week on a curveball down the middle. Oh my gosh, really? All right, nice first inning for us, but wow, Nunez, how you gonna do me like that?
The left fielder, number 20.
That's off the plate from the ball, too.
Oh, there's Marcell Ozuna right on cue. Hang the sinker, it's out of here. God, he is so annoying. One of the things that stands out to me is if you remember late in the season the way Syndergaard's complaining about the catcher, he's like, I don't want Ramos, I want Tomas Nido, I want Rene Rivera, whoever, just anybody but Ramos, is pretty much what he was implying. And one of the things that I would go back to is the fact that, like, Steven Matz would pitch well when Ramos was behind the plate. Like, they definitely had some really good outings, and you look at the numbers like Matz with or without Ramos, Matz was better with Ramos. And I'm pretty sure the same thing went for Wheeler. So you can't always just use the excuse of like, oh, it's Ramos. But I hope that, you know what, Matz is getting a little older and having another year with Ramos that maybe that will really just get the most out of him, because Matz I thought was so promising in his rookie season, because he was a guy that, you know what, we had heard about, no doubt about it, during the season, like, oh, you know what, the Mets have this good local prospect in the minor leagues, pitcher Steven Matz, lefty and whatnot, and we came up, obviously he had the great debut, and just all of 2015, he was really good, and he was really good for them in the playoffs too, especially in the World Series, that game against the Royals, that Halloween game where Conforto hit the 2 home runs. Matz pitched a really good game in that one. So you would just think that he'd be able to build on that. Obviously, injuries have bothered him a lot, but even these past couple years where he's been healthy, he's just been inconsistent. And I felt like he definitely had some really nice starts last year. And again, Ramos was the one behind the plate. And I hope that, you know what, he can just put it all together. That would definitely be big for the Mets. And you know what, if this season does get played with the Syndergaard injury, like I said, you're going to definitely need other pitchers that you already have to step up, because it's so late in the year, and the Mets aren't going to spend big money for a pitcher that's out there anyway. Or, you know what, try to sweep a nice little trade, because they don't have the assets to do it. They traded all their prospects that they did have when they didn't have that many good ones to begin with. And they just don't want to take expiring deals anymore, because, I mean, they did both in the Cano Diaz trade. So, highly unlikely we would see that again in the near future. Oh my God, how'd I miss that? That was right down the middle. Good timing. Of course I didn't miss that one. You got to be kidding me right now. Robbie Cano flips it out to the left field. That one is going to be a base hit. I'm going to stop McNeil right there. I mean, I guess Ozuna was playing kind of shallow there, because that ball didn't really have crazy exit velocity. He got to it so quickly, I was not going to be able to make it home. I just didn't want to go down looking. I got jammed. Nunez is able to flip one out into left field, and that will actually score the zero-speed Wilson Ramos. He was able to hit it to a good part of the ballpark where Ozuna couldn't get to it quickly, and we tie the game back up. But man, oh man, am I furious. I literally just completely choked with Cespedes at the plate before, with the bases loaded, 3-2 count, 2 outs with Conforto on deck. I swing at ball 4 very late, broken bat, all that fun stuff. And then on the other side, I have 2 outs. Freeman gets a hit, Markakis gets a hit, and then of course Acuna has to just knock me out. McNeil drives one out to right center field. Markakis going back, Acuna going back, and Acuna makes the catch. Of course he does. Good, good. Acuna, you're so annoying. One of my least favorite things about this game is that when you play on dynamic and if it's on the MLB network broadcasting theme, when your difficulty goes down, it glitches for where it usually just says difficulty decreased and it goes away. It stays there the entire game to remind you of how much you suck and how you messed up and gave up a home run to Travis freaking d'Arnaud. I'm pissed. That's not a strike. Come on, you don't call that. That is not a thing anymore. Conforto, good weak double play. Good timing, really. I don't know about that. I really don't. Not crazy about that call. Not crazy. Good timing with McNeil. Wow, Cespedes, come on, man. You absolutely suck. Good timing. Can't even put the ball in play. I hate you, Cespedes. Game over. I'm done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe, please, so that I can feel better. Until the next one, be safe, be smart, be healthy, and have a good one.